Hello guys, it's Chummaster here doing another Beyblade unboxing. This time we have the DranDagger Deck Set. So, our first, I guess, interesting set of Beyblade X. This is a counterpart set with the Hell's Chain set that'll be out in a couple days. Well, the video will be out in a couple days. It's already released, but anyway. As you can see here, we have DranDagger on the front. You can also see it right there, with the parts listed out as well. You'd see the recolors of Shark Edge and Night Shield there too. Back of the box, you just see kind of the parts in greater detail, the character, X-Cross, or something like that, and yeah. One thing I do want to note before I open this box up is that this box actually feels cheaper than normal. I noticed with boosters, there's kind of almost like a gloss to it. The cardboard is like slightly thicker. With this, the cardboard feels thinner and it feels a bit more rough in texture, so I don't know, the box to me just feels a bit more cheap and flimsy. I just want to mention that. It's just kind of an interesting difference that I had happened before, so figured I would at least mention it. Anyways, let's get out the stuff there. Alright. The train in the background is being like way too loud, and you can see everything in there, kind of a lot, so I'll go and cut the video to get all this stuff out, and yeah, be right back. Alright, everything out of the box now, so you can see we have, of course, the stickers, not stickers, there are no stickers in Beyblade X, we have the instructions and whatnot there. Now, as far as the bays themselves go, I have everything ready. So we'll start off with the stock bays that are just kind of less interesting. So I guess first up here, here's Taper. I guess we're starting like that. We have a purple Taper, which is pretty cool actually. I do like it. Nice color, so pretty cool. We also have, this looks like 560. No, this is 580. This is 580, my bad. Yeah, 580, not 560, so anyway, nice kind of like, I guess, indigo on the outside and just kind of transparent in the center there, so why not? And then the actual blade is Night Shield in purple, so another Night Shield, not the most excited about it because we have like 1 billion of them, but yeah, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, for these stock bays, I don't really go as in-depth with them. We've talked about all these parts before, so not really overly interested in talking about these too much, and plus they're not really important bays, but yeah. Anyway, here's Night Shield 580 Taper. I mean, it looks pretty cool, so I guess there's that. Next up here we have probably the more interesting of the two stock bays, probably the most interesting stock bay from both of the sets, and that is, of course, the Shark Edge recolor. So first we have flat and kind of this a very bright, like a lime green. It's like a neon green almost, but yeah, pretty nice, I guess. We also have the Ratchet, which is going to be 380. Has this kind of nice like turquoise color, and then transparent in the center. Which, yeah, this just looks cool. It's nice bright Ratchet. I do like this one. And then also the blade here is going to be. Let me try to align that, but yeah, Shark Edge, translucent green, and then we have a kind of a translucent lime green underneath. Yeah, it does look kind of awkward, but it is a Shark Edge recolor, and I think that's the most important thing, because Shark Edge, for those who don't know, Shark Edge did have 1 in 8 rates in the random booster, even though there's only 6 pulls. Both of the Shark Edges were 1 in 8. They were harder to come by, you know, more expensive. Even the yellow one was a little bit more expensive. This is a nice, easy way to get Shark Edge, which I think is very important for, just for the sake of having it for, like, competitive play, because I know Shark Edge is good, so it's definitely an important one to have. So, yeah, so putting this guy together, yeah, there is a Shark Edge 380 flat, so pretty cool bay. I mean, it does look a little bit weird, but I don't mind it too much. I kind of like green, so I might like it more than most. But yeah, if nothing else, it is just good for using it at least. And lastly, we have the new bay here. We'll start with the Ratchet because it is reused, and that is 460. So I will say, I'm split on this because on one hand this looks really cool. I like the, you know, kind of like frosted white on the outside. And I like the kind of deep translucent blue in the center. Very cool looking Ratchet. Debatably, I'd say the coolest Ratchet we have so far in terms of appearance. However, 460 is extremely stupid for DranDagger. It doesn't make sense. It should have been a 3-sided Ratchet. And, you know, if they want to make a new one, I'd say 6-sided. But, you know, if they were just going to reuse one, 3-sided. But, 460, really stupid choice. So, unfortunate. Next up, we have the bit here. This is going to be Rush. Rush, it's kind of tall and also, like, the flat part just smaller. It's not as fast. You have the kind of extra burst resistance right there with this part. And, if you notice, the gear kind of looks different down here. So basically there are only 10 kind of spokes on the gear opposed to the normal 12. This bay is just slower. The attack pattern's slower and the extreme dash is also slower. The idea apparently is to basically be stronger even with less speed, but like, but I don't think that really works as well as you would want it to. I feel like just being slower on the extreme dash just isn't going to hit as hard. I feel like you want the extra speed, and while even if there is some idea behind this of maybe if you had something else going the same speed on the extreme dash as this, maybe this one would be stronger with the different gears. If you want to argue that, sure, but I feel like I'd rather just have the 12 spokes with much more speed. I just think that works better. This I don't, unless if some houses end up being like a shockingly good part, I just don't see this being green. Also, it's just like weirdly tall. I don't know what's up with that. So yeah, Rush is a little bit of a weird part. I wanted to correct that because in my discussion I did say it was going to be faster on the extreme dash. That's not true. So yeah, I don't really like it that much. But yeah, it's just kind of whatever, honestly. So anyway, outside of that we have the actual blade here, which is going to be DranDagger, kind of a nice opaque white on the gear chip, and then this nice 6-sided design with a translucent blue underneath. I do like DranDagger's design. It is a little bit weird, like the 6-sided, you know, blade, but I don't think this should be considered an evolution. It just shouldn't be. I don't think it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like an alternate bay or something, like kind of like another bay in the deck of like the character or something. If that's the case, then this is perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with this blade, as long as they're not trying to pass this off as an evolution. So yeah. Overall, just a really cool looking blade, and I will get out the scale for DranDagger because it is new. Apologies if you can't see the numbers as well. I will read them out. This lighting makes it hard to see, so 460, just get this one out of the way. It is 6.29 grams. Rush, if I can get it to actually stay, that's not, go, there we go. 2.03, actually a little bit heavier than the average bit, or 2.04, nice, okay. And then DranDagger is going to be 34.68, so pretty heavy for a blade. And just putting it all together for the scale here, it is 43 grams exactly, so pretty decent. Okay. There we go, that did not want to turn off for some reason. Anyway, let's go and put this thing together. To see what it looks like, if it would go. There we go. I didn't want to go together for some reason. Alright. It was a little bit concerning, but anyway. This feels like really awkward. I don't think doesn't feel like as tight as it should. I don't know. It might be 460, but yeah. Yeah, here is DranDagger 460 Rush. I mean, it looks cool. I just don't think it's going to be that great overall. I think, you know, the blade I could see maybe being a bit useful, but I don't think the bit will be. And I think that while this bay might be decent in stock, I think it'll just be a lot better if you, you know, customize a bit. I think it'll be hard carried by the blade, if anything. So, yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking bay, though. Don't get me wrong. I do like how it looks. So, there you go. DranDagger. I guess comparing it real quick to Drawn Sword, just for the sake of it. Let me fix my focus here. I'm too close up. So which one do you like better? I kind of prefer the original Drawn Sword, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. DranDagger, not too bad. So anyways, that is going to do it for the DranDagger deck set pretty much. I mean, like, Yeah, it's a cool deck set. I just don't find it overly interesting. I think DranDagger is just a little awkward, and well, I think honestly, the main draw of this deck, at least to me, is the Shark Edge recolor. I do have Shark Edge, but like, I think for most people, getting a recolor of it in a more accessible way, I think is a pretty big deal. So overall, I think this set's decent. I think that the part selection's not too bad. Another Night Shield kind of sucks, but you do get something like, 580, which previously was locked in, the Viper Tail random booster select, and then like Tapers, whatever. 380 flats, whatever on Shark Edge, but you do get, well, Shark Edge, so that's a pretty big deal. Then, of course, the new Bay 460 is kind of unfortunate, but you know what? Two new parts, Rush and DranDagger. So overall, I think it's a pretty good set overall. It's just that DranDagger has some unfortunate missteps, in my opinion, like I already talked about. And then, Shark Edge was just nice to have, Night Shields, whatever, but you do get 580, which previously, again, harder to find part, so at least kind of. Since you did have to get the prize Viper Tail for it, so yeah, decent set overall. I do still like it. It's just that I wish maybe DranDagger could have been a little bit better, and that would have been nice to see, but for what it is, yeah, it's still fine. So anyways, that's all for this video, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.